All right, chat, here we go. We continue in the qualifier with Flakes. It's Flakes versus Gramma. Flakes able to come back after a devastating 0-1 deficit and win 2-1. As a lot of people pointed out in chat, Flakes is a good Series 1s player, a good guy to recognize your faults and play to them for the rest of the series. So you have to play a solid ones game. He actually just pogoed himself kind of off of the post here. And I know pogo is a real stretch, but guys, give me a break. I'm trying to include the word pogo as many times as possible. But him and Gramma 50'd into the post, and chat is out here begging for their predictions. There you go. It started. That's a nice prediction sound. Gramma not able to get a tight angle. Flakes is going to pinch it all the way off the post, down the other side of the field. Gramma, that touch actually felt like to me he had lost it, or at least lost the carry. Or maybe the carry was never the plan. This touch right here launched the ball forward, and he plays it off the bounce for a great first goal. Delayed kickoff maybe for Flakes. It's got Gramma and what looked like maybe a wave dash kickoff looking silly as he flops on the ground. Now Flakes out of the air, trying to show everybody that he is mechy indeed. A lot of people like to say that he doesn't have it, but really he just decides not to use it. This time the double reset though, just a bit too low, allows Gramma to get a touch. Gramma is a player we've had on for a show match, I think, a couple times. I know he's played a couple show matches elsewhere, and it's definitely a top ones player looking to try and make his way into the salt line. Next step, another Italian player, I believe, made it into this last salt line, right? I think Hyder ended up qualifying. He's a guy who has done well in these qualifiers, kind of like Gramma. This time, he wants to make it him who makes it all the way through. Gramma on the resets has his shot saved. Flakes has to pre-flip to avoid the demo. Actually, wall dash looked like to avoid the demo too. Can he convert on this opportunity? He's got Gramma completely starved in the orange half. This, though, will give him a bit of time to reset. It'll be another air dribble for Flakes. 50, forces on the ground. Nice air roll to prepare for the recovery. Flakes takes this in the air, gets wheels on the ball in case of the early challenge, but most importantly, sets up his 50 such that he immediately lands and can follow it up. That's what he does to tie the game. Gramma to the skies. Flakes is just going to help him score it with a pinch it to the ceiling. Flakes wanted to pre-jump it, maybe with a little bit different air roll. Might have been able to prevent that immediate goal. Flakes patiently waiting for his opportunity to get a clean possession as Gramma looks to try and stay aggressive. These two vying for control. Seems like Gramma is going to have the first opportunity to get real control, but actually gave the ball over to Flakes, who's on absolutely no boost. Wasn't even picking up pads. It's going to be stuck on 0 again. Might creep out to pick this pad, but the pad doesn't respawn, or actually respawns at the last second for him. So he does have 12 to work with. Ball reset back into the orange corner, so nobody relenting and allowing the other player to get a clean possession. Every time it seems like somebody maybe does, like right there, Gramma just actually hands it back over. Maybe didn't have the boost to really do anything with it. He turns towards this play and gets the ball flicked over the top of him just because he connects with the bump. It's not going to be enough. Not with how low, actually I'll tell you low boost. He just reset on 100, but he just got so far bumped off the play. Probably hoping for a demo, but that's not what he got. Flakes taking a power shot in a situation that really felt like an air dribble scenario. Certainly with all the ones we've been watching recently, that kind of bounce just lends itself to a big air dribble. It's the power slide cut. He's trying to get it on Gramma. He slows the ball down, but he could not follow it up. Gramma looking to place in the open net, far corner. Oh, Flakes! He thought that Gramma would be leaving. In Flakes' head, he thought, no way does this guy actually stick around. Or maybe he just didn't have the read. It's kind of a quick bounce off the corner, but it's pretty clear it wasn't going in. I think mostly he thought he was going to have a moment. This is the same Flakes who so frequently used the cockroach topper. What a save. Just off the crossbar and out. As well as often using various random cars, but it is the Octane, the Stocktane even today that he's going with. It's interesting when you see people in Stocktanes now, you know that they had to go make it, because I swear when you make new presets, no matter what copies your previous preset, you don't just get a fresh new Octane like you once did. Flakes scoring opportunity, needed a hook shot that closer to the near post. Put it in a spot where the respawning Gramma had a chance. Now Flakes, can he get resets to bring this back? He's going to need multiple. And the first two aren't good enough. The low 50 isn't there, and Flakes is not even working his way back towards his own half. So Gramma likely the goal that will secure game one. Try to chip this kickoff around Gramma. Not going to be able to win this low 50. Had to go high in the back wall if Gramma had decided to shoot immediately. But Gramma did slow it down, and then became clear that he was already out of position for any low challenges. To make Stocktane, just equip Batmobile and switch to Octane. Oh my goodness. That is the best advice I've ever heard. Thank you for making it easy on us to create Stocktanes, or just get a fresh start. That's what I want.
Hey YouTube, the sponsor of today's video is War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, with over 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships in dynamic PvP battles. And every vehicle is modeled down to every component. So we're not just talking about what's on the outside. You can see damage happen to vehicles through X-ray vision on the inside of them. It is fully detailed, and there's over 100 years of vehicles spanning all the way back from 1920 to present day. And you can play intense PvP at any immersion level. So whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to be able to find here on War Thunder. Go play War Thunder now for free using my link in the description and get a massive bonus pack including vehicles, boosters, and more. You can play on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and more.
Game number 2. The Flakes fans will want to say that Flakes now has the read on Gramma. Certainly seemed to take one game to get the read on Faye. Will that be the same here in game number 2? Flakes makes it a 1-0 lead. Gramma, delayed flick, actually launched it into that top corner, but Flakes able to cover it. Flakes just rushing back to this ball, no boost left over. Not able to finish off a demo attempt as Gramma basically able to hide up that back wall. Ceiling resets. Wow, very interesting decision to actually go for that flick. I mean, I guess there's a world in which you connect with it well enough that it could launch the whole field, but it seems pretty obvious that that was not what Gramma was going to get, so it'd be better to just hold on to possession, but ultimately does get his scoring opportunity. Thank you, Arrows, for the 32 months. My goodness. 32 months of Tier 1. That's a long time subbing. Flakes feel like it takes an eternity to hit the ground here with 0 boost. Gramma chipping this up the side wall. Wants to get involved in the air. Flakes. Oh my goodness, Flakes. What was that save? Seemed like he accidentally backflipped off the back wall and was just floating in the air, struggling. But he lands and covers the shot, so it's all the same. Very passive defense here from Flakes now again. As he jumps behind the play. Missed his wave dash onto the wall ever so slightly. Now he's going to go for his power slide cut. He actually power slide faked this time. Gramma doesn't fall for it. Ceiling reset shot straight down. Still too high. Flakes wants Gramma to leave. That's what he's expecting, but that's not what he gets. What a save on the recovery. My goodness, Flakes. 28 boost. Can't quite get underneath the ball. So he starts his power slide faking again, but with nothing left over, does have to give it away. Gramma goes for a greedy full field pinch. Doesn't get it. And yeah, correctly acknowledges that instead it was a great pass. Even gave himself a what a save, which is tough because... Or maybe he's saying what a save to Flakes. I bet you he's saying what a save to Flakes on that previous possession because I feel like that was a pretty decent save. Gramma is going to not immediately erase that deficit. His kickoff goal is too high. Flakes starts the power slide cuts. But Gramma waits on the goal line for the save. Flakes low 50, the ball rolling in front of the net. Gramma just staring it down, not sure how to make something out of it. Flakes will just steal it away. Boost steals on the goal line. Gramma still has a little bit of boost to work with off pads. Flakes, whenever he sees those challenges, he's never trying to outplay him. He just wants to win 50s, keep the ball in play. And he wasn't quite able to do that this time. Bumped off the corner. Gramma lost control. Has opportunity for Flakes to strike, or at least it seemed. But apparently Flakes had the incorrect read like I did. Zero boost. Oh, you can see the ball cam turning off, thinking about going passive, but turning back to the play a bit too late. Flakes frustrated as he loses his kickoff. Gramma taking the lead. New server went through his card. Just to be clear, a lot of times my connection from US West to EU servers will not be the best and can result in stuff looking a little bit weird. But that is not the case for the players playing. And one of the reasons why it doesn't look as bad as if I were actually playing in the lobby is I think they put a delay on observers. Flick for Flakes. Gonna make it 3-3. Gramma, another direct kickoff win though. Flakes, I believe, is trying a wave dash kickoff. Yeah, it's just not working. Gramma sees the disregard of the kickoff. Gramma's going to take it to his back corner. Flakes is able to immediately steal the possession away. That little fake jump didn't work to bait Gramma into the air. Flick now forces Flakes into net. Zero boost to work with. Doesn't even have time to go pick up a pad, and he gets punished. Gramma does well to take advantage of his opportunity. Gramma from the corner. Has a resets, but ends up just being the table in which Flakes steals the ball off of. Flakes, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he has the boost to avoid this demo. He needed a bit more to get a couple pixels out ahead. Instead, Gramma connects, and with a minute left to go, Gramma up 1-0 in the series. Seems like the player coming into this matchup as the higher seed is going to be the one walking away. Saw a couple people asking about Gramma, maybe hadn't heard of him before. Flakes, of course, a legacy 1v1 player. Not to say he doesn't still have it, but certainly people know him from 1v1 tournaments past. In fact, Salt Mine past, where Flakes had great performances. Gramma a bit newer, but a top 100 player, pushed as high as top 20, I think, in the past. Italian player who is on form in preparation for these qualifiers, which is what led to him having the higher seed today than Flakes. And a kickoff win might be able to secure. He wants to go for a bump. Flakes able to evade it. And cannot go up the side wall without becoming a victim, so he'll wait on the ground. Flakes sends one to the top shelf. His follow-up needs to convert. Gramma swinging wide. Flakes a bit too high on his shot. Gramma gets credited with a save, so might have been crossbarring in. Another opportunity. Still has time. Gramma playing passive. Flakes going to a low 50, which I think actually helps out Gramma. A bump play or something to punish him for being so slow in net was probably the answer, but Gramma escapes. It's a GG's and it's a 2-0 as Gramma sends Flakes down to the lower bracket.
Remember, go play War Thunder now for free using my link in the description and get a massive bonus pack including vehicles, boosters, and more.